offer in the CUR and throughout the set. So I'm going to do my top 3 of every rarity. When I said it, I was like, oh, that kind of rhymes. So anyways, here we go. So coming in my number 3 slot from the commons, it is none other than my man Everett K. Ross. Everett K. Ross he does something that I love, which is he gives Wakandan keyworded characters, he gives them shield, team ability, and you know, keyword too. So what that does is it makes it so that another character on this list of mine can play on a Wakanda team and do some very cool things. So Everett K. Ross, he also has a perplex power that allows him to perplex up another character. That's 3 other characters, 6 other characters on this list, I think, and perplex them. He can perplex up damage, which is something that we haven't done in a very long time. My number 2 is none other than Amadeus Cho and Kirby. So can't forget Kirby, who is in here. Now, I had to make a little modification to this Amadeus Cho. This little plastic background is from the very first version of Amadeus Cho we got in the Incredible Hulk set. Another great set that I love from back in the day. It was just in your face, and this little bubble of him doing the math, that's kind of how his mind works, is something that I had to do for this one, because this Amadeus Cho can make it so that characters that usually have protected outwit do not have it, and he does have outwit, and he has some shape change for evasion. I love this sculpt with Kirby on the inside. I also did a little paint job on it too. I love this piece, and he's going to see lots of play. My number 1 piece from the commons is none other than Mr. Miles Morales. Now, I'm going to have to do something. I might spruce him up a little bit too, just for funsies. But this Miles Morales does something that the super rare Spider-Man from Avengers, I think 60th, used to do, which is he gives out the Spider-Man team ability if you are adjacent. Now, knowing that this is a close combat era of Heroclix that we're in, so people are, bunched together, knowing that you could potentially give super senses just on a 6 from the Spidey team ability, him having probability and combat reflexes, which gives him a 19 up close, which is a good number, and him only being 25 points, and him turning into another character that is on my list with the secret identity trait. I absolutely love this piece. He has already seen play in sealed and in constructed for me. He is my number 1 piece from the commons. Now, going on to the uncommons, my number 3 slotted character is none other than Miss Okoye. Okoye does another piece that good old Everett K. Ross did, which is she is able to keyword cheat. So she allows spies to be Wakanda. So that's a lot of good spy characters that are not only in this set, in previous sets, and coming into some sets when it comes to Collector's Trove that is right around the corner in a few weeks, where we have a Collector's Trove come out. But this Okoye, also for 60 or for 30 points, she can start with charge, a blades that if she takes a vibranium off of her sideline can reach just silly amounts. And she hits like a tank with her blades potentially, and has 18 in super senses. I absolutely love this piece. I love that she's smiling, because Okoye doesn't definitely usually smile even in the movies or in the comics. So I love to see this version of her. This is a very cool sculpt. My number 2 has got to be a person that she is sent to protect. Shuri. Oh my gosh. This Shuri, not only does Shuri have TK, not only does Shuri have Perplex, which are 2 great combos of powers to have in this game, but this Shuri can make Vibranium to go on the sideline and then take the Vibranium through a free action and either make a armor, Vibranium armor, or a Vibranium dagger. The armor gives you +1 defense, the dagger gives you +1 damage. So they have to be unequipped. So now you can spend every point of your point build or your team build on actual characters, and then have her just sit there and do the power actions to just equip however you need them. You might need someone to have +1 defense. You might need someone to have +1 damage. This works with characters that could potentially have Cathan on them. Cathan gives you +1 stats, and then all of a sudden you say, oh, now you get +1 damage on top of that. That's +2 to your damage. Ugh. And she has Perplex too. I absolutely love this piece. She has turned into the Midnight Angel, which is an honorable mention for my rare slot. But this Shuri is absolutely amazing piece. All for 30 points too. For 30 points, come on. Now, my number 1 slot from the uncommon from Black Panther is none other than Shuri's mom, Queen Ramonda. Oh my goodness. This piece, not only is she a defend piece, not only is she a support piece, but she has a support for free 99. She starts, if she's, long as you have 2 vibranium on your sideline, she gets to use support for free. She starts off with 2 vibranium. So she already comes to the party with everything that she needs to go, go, go. On top of that, not only does she have defend with an 18, but if you have Wakanda keyword and you're closer to your starting line, which realistically is, as long as you don't go over half the map, then you get another +1 defense. So she herself will have a base 19 to help protect her, and she'll be given 18, essentially 19 to any Wakandans that are next to her. I love this. Again, with all the keyword cheating that you can do in not only this set, but in other stuff, she is absolutely amazing. She has good keywords like ruler. Her being on a ruler theme is just free healing. Her being on any team is free, just free healing on anyone. She's like another one of my favorite characters in the game right now, which is called Super Sword. Super Sword has free healing on anyone that's smaller than him, which is mostly everybody. So free healing is just absolutely amazing. I love that they finally made her in Heroclix form. This is my number 1 uncommon piece. Now, to the rares, my number 3 rare has to be this bad boy, the God of War, Ares. Now, I did a little modification to Ares as well, simply because I thought the God of War needed not only a better paint job, but also needed a weapon in his hand. So I put a sword in his hand and gave him a little paint job. But this Ares, everyone already knows what he does. It's really not even him being on the map, but him being on the sideline. He instantly has carved his space on the sideline. I love using blades. That's one of my favorite powers in the game. Ares makes it so that when you blaze, you can not only blaze that person that's next to you, but you can also blade everyone that's adjacent to you, which is something that generally less than 5 characters in the game can do on their own. So Ares now makes it so that anybody that gets a good blaze roll, you hit that one good blaze and it's a high roll, so it can hit everybody. And you now roll blades for everybody that is adjacent individually. I absolutely love this piece. It is a great sculpt on its own. I would have done a better pose, but I like my modification to it, because it looks like he's about to get that final blow on you. And I absolutely, for 55 points, he's also, if you want to field him, he's actually really, really good. As I've played against him 3 times now when someone had him on the field, and I had to get him up off the field because he was just too good. My number 2 rare is none other than Miss Riri Williams, Ironheart. If you watch the What If series from Disney Plus, you will see that Riri did some very cool stuff in her episode. This is the third time we've gotten Riri. We've gotten her as a super rare that ended up as a legacy card for this set as well. And we also got her as a chase figure when she first got made a long time ago. So this version looks, actually the sculpt looks a lot like the last version that we got. As a matter of fact, the only difference is both hands are back instead of one hand going forward. The thing I love about this Riri is her perplex that is traded allows you to, if she perplexes, whoever she perplexes can now see through stealth. In a set like the Black Panther set with so much stealth all over the place, now she can turn the tide for, say, like a character like a Thor, who is a range piece but cannot break stealth. So her on the team, and she can be super cheap if she needs to. She's 115 points, or she can be 30 points herself. That seems to be the magic number for a lot of these dials, that 30-point dial. She's a wild card. I'm always playing her at top dial because of the reason why she's my number 2 is because when she has 2 action tokens, she can do a free attack. So when I used her in sealed, I had Shuri. Shuri automatically first turn gave her a bump in damage, and then now she's hitting for 5 damage. She perplexed up her attack to 12. Now she can see through stealth, and while hiding in stealth because she's a wild card, so she was taking that Black Panther team ability, hiding in stealth, shooting through stealth. She has 5 range with dual bolts. You can pump up her range if you need to. I was mainly pumping up her range to keep her far enough that A, you couldn't prob me, and then B, you had to really extend to come and get me. I love, love, love this piece. Not only the fact that she have the perplex, but she also has outwit. Just a killer, killer, killer rare. The sculpt is beautiful. I absolutely love it. It's that's why she's my number 2. Now, the number 1 rare from this set for me is none other than Mr. Miles Morales again. He's the only piece that actually, well, no, he's not the only character that shows up actually twice. But good old Miles, the common Miles turns into this Miles thanks to his secret identity trait that WizKids has made sure that they continue to use, which I'm so happy. I really hope to see some secret identity. I would like to see like a Clark Kent. I would like to see the first secret identity or kind of pieces that we had that shifted from the normal into the heroes were like Spider-Man and then the Trinity. I think it was the Trinity. No, it was Spider-Man first, Spider-Man and Venom, and then it was the Trinity. I would like to see that happen again. And we've seen it a few times already. But this Miles, first off, this sculpt is absolutely gorgeous. You know me, I'm an artist, so this sculpt is absolutely gorgeous. Hands down, one of my favorite sculpts from this set, period. And in this last year, it's amazing. And it's so great what a little bit of plastic can do. I know sometimes it's probably costs a lot to do this little bit, but this makes this figure. If his hand just matched this, it wouldn't look as dynamic as it is. As is, this looks super dynamic. The dial is absolutely amazing. Even when you switch to Miles, you start off like a tank. 11-3 with hypersonic, with outwit. This piece is insanely good. And if you do not take him down, I've played against him once in sealed. If you do not take him down, he will get you. He's hard to hit thanks to the combat reflexes and Spider-Man team ability and the super senses that he has. So this is just a great piece. We've got a lot of good Miles throughout the game. This one clearly is, if it's not your top 1, it's number 2. But for me, this is my number 1 rare from the set. Now we're getting into the high rarity. So now we're going to go to super rare. My number 3 super rare is none other than Mr. Arnim Zola. I'm a lover of bad guys. I'm a lover of robots, and evil robots are just super fun for me. But this Arnim Zola looks amazing. We've gotten Arnim Zola, I think, 3 times in Heroclix, and this by far to me is the best looking sculpt, simply based on how they did his face and his stomach. Absolutely, it's just incredible to look at. The paint job is great. The colors that they use are great. But this dial, I love bystander generation, and he generates bystanders. He has leadership that takes that works on a 50-50 roll, so a 4 through 6. And if he fails, then he makes a bystander that you can't ignore, that has charge blaze exploit. What is so good? He has a stop click. He's very expensive. He's 125 points, or he can be 75 points. So even if you play him at 75 points, you almost want to leave him alone, because eventually, as he gets hurt, he starts to get better. He has mind control. He has dual bolts, which I love. So now he gets mind control. So now he can start mind controlling you to either hurt yourself or walk over to the bystanders that he creates and get you. And then when he's on his stop click, he becomes a giant or a colossal, one of those two. And now he's on a stop, so you can't ignore the mastermind that he has. So he can keep making those bystanders and mastermind to him. He can be a Wakandan because he's a scientist, and if you use the LE Shuri, which from the Wakanda Forever OP kit, you can cheat him onto a Wakanda team, and cheat him onto a SHIELD team, and cheat him onto a spy team, you know, through Wakanda. Like, it's just so cool when you utilize all these different pieces. Arnim Zola is one of my favorite pieces from this set. He's my number 3. My number 2, is none other than the namesake of this set, Mr. Black Panther. This Black Panther for 75 or for 40 points is every bit of amazing as he should be. This Black Panther can not only hurt you with his blades, but he also can, just like his sister, can equip you with some vibranium. He can give you one of these nice little daggers right here and bump up that damage. I love, love, love this piece. I was able to win him in one of the ROC tournaments recently, and he was a super rare I was able to pull, along with another piece that I was able to pull that is on this list. But whether you play him at full or you play him at his lower point line, you are going to get your money's worth with this guy. Beautiful sculpt, awesome dial. If you want to play him as I like playing him as the Wakanda Hulkbuster pilot. You pop him out. He has super senses for evasion too. I just love pieces that reward you for playing the game and for actually rolling dice. And this Black Panther is one of those pieces that rewards you for rolling dice and playing the game. So this is easily in my top of, as far as T'Challa's that they've made that aren't like souped up and you know, the Infinity Gauntlet or the Phoenix or anything like that. This is easily probably my top T'Challa, and I didn't think we would get there because we've got some great T'Challas in the past, but this one, you know, at half or at full, he is the guy. So my number one super rare from this set is none other than Falcon and Redwing. Falcon and Redwing, OMG. I did a little sprucing up of this paint job, but Falcon and Redwing, I love bystanders like I had mentioned with Arn and Zola. If they two are on a team and these two can be on a team together. No, they don't share a keyword, but they still can be on the team together thanks to some keyword cheating. And I love that. But these two can be on the team. Those two can be on the team together. But for 40 points, you are getting so much. Not only are you getting TK for your bystanders, you are getting a piece that has Outwit, which is a great support power. You are getting a piece that gives you a bystander that gives you hypersonic 12 attack with precision strike and evasion, and also I think empower or enhancement. I think it's enhancement. So this piece, I love that they made this version of Falcon. We haven't had this version of Falcon before. It's usually the red and white that we're used to, or him in the red, white, and blue for the Captain America. But this version of Sam is just absolutely amazing. He can send Redwing out. Redwing can hit somebody, and then he can then follow up an attack from the back of the map. What my combination is with this, I love to, is give him the broadsword, which gives you blades and +1 to your defense. And I have him copy Avengers, thanks to another piece that we didn't mention, which is Sam as Captain America. And this Sam can copy the keywords of any character named Captain America, and he gets all those keywords, which then allows him to cheat on a myriad of different teams. So I let Redwing go out. He blades somebody from across the map. You can activate the Ares that I talked about. I absolutely love this piece. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I don't care what else super rare I have to get. I have to get this one. I love building super rares, and if he's on a theme team, he has a 50-50 shot of making it so that when the bystanders die, they don't. They just get put right next to him. So him on a team with the Jurassic League and the Matilda bystander that gives Colossal's Mastermind onto her. You just keep all of them together. Super Sword gets hit because you got to kill him. Flash Raptor, you got to get him off the map. Next thing you know, hey, 50-50, oops, I rolled a 4. Nope, you come right back next to us and you don't die. Amazing. I love this piece. Traded toughness too. This piece is going to get played so much. Now we get to the chases. Chases from this set are really great. They fit so many different, you know, roles in the game, whether they're sideline active or, you know, just pieces that you want to play on the field. And with my selection, you have, you know, some of both. So first being Mr. Atum, or Adam, however you might want to say it. I've heard so many people. I'm going to say Atum. So I had to spruce up his paint job as well. He was too light and he didn't have enough on his shadows. So thankfully, you know, just a little bit sprucing up goes a long way. So this guy is absolutely amazing. He, like the other deities that we've been getting as of late, can be put on to another character, to assign. He can be assigned to another character that either has warrior or martial arts keyword, and they get hurt. He has warrior, and there's a few other people in the set that have martial artist keyword. There's a bunch, and what you get is you get penetrating damage, and your range value is minimum 6. Now that works in a myriad of different ways. Two of the main things is pulse wave and hypersonic speed. Hypersonic speed, you generally have to half your range, but now with a tomb on you, or him by himself, he has a 6 range now. Or a tomb have, like, again, you give somebody pulse wave, is usually 4 range. With a tomb, it's gonna be 6. Him on his own, he is 300 points solid, which I love. I love that they didn't give him any lower point value, just 300 points of nastiness, just like Gaia, his mom, or someone like Cathan. Just make him a tank. So if you pull him, you're probably going to win with him in sealed. He's got 13 attack, 5 damage, and that's probably going to get somebody with 10 movement. He's got 20 defense. He's got 3 stop clicks. Good luck if you can even make it that far, but he's one of those pieces where I feel like he has a chance at doing well by himself, especially if you put reverse flash on the sideline. You put some of these other pieces, that the sideline active pieces that might help him out just a little bit. You put those on the field with him, and you put some of the objects that are out there, like the telephone booth or the heart-shaped herb, to help him heal. He can heal off of his stop clicks anyway. This is just a great piece. I love him, love him, love him. Now, I was talking about before the piece that I was able to, at the ROC, I made top 8. I was able to pull this chase, and this chase is Mr. Phoenix Black Panther. This is easily, to me, the best looking sculpt in the set, just because whenever they do the phoenixes, these phoenixes just end up looking just absolutely amazing. Right behind me, I have, or just a little bit over here, I have a spot where I have my phoenixes at. This guy is amazing. I love what his dial does at 175. This is not too much for me to play him at full, simply because he does have the Black Panther team ability, which allows him to sit in stealth. Cosmic energy, of course, all the bells and whistles from that. But I really love what his dial does, just being able to use blades. So again, he has access to Ares. You can equip him with some deities if you want to. You can pay some points to add him. I'm always gonna put Amit on just about any big character that's this costly. I'm gonna put Amit on them just to give them some healing, because that's what most characters need that cost a lot of points, and some poison to make you pay for coming next to him. But this just looks beautiful. The moment that I saw that this was coming out, me and one of my best friends, who's also a Heroclix player, his name's Arrow, and he collects all the phoenixes that come out. So as soon as he saw this, he was like, I want it. I don't care what it does. And that's what we do sometimes. We'll say, I don't care what it does, I just want it. Certain pieces, you give me a Spider-Man piece, like, so when the Spider-Verse set comes out, that's coming out in a few months, unfortunately, my wallet's gonna be so empty, but I gotta have all the Spideys. There's a Spider-Man with the gauntlet, with the Infinity Gauntlet. I gotta have it. I don't care what it does. It's Spidey with the gauntlet. I need to have it. And as soon as I saw this piece, I had to have it. And I'm so glad that I was able to pull it. This is an amazing, amazing piece. And his dial is also amazing too. Now, going on to my number 1. It just so happens to be Black Panther's wife at one point in time, which is Hadar Yao. This is, I played against this piece last night, and she is absolutely as good as the sculpt looks. The dial is just as good. She is set up for success. She is going to be used in Heroclix, whether at her full 100 points or her lower dial, which is 60. You can make her essentially 75 points with the motorcycle and give her essentially that first click that she has, which is the running shot. So you can just essentially give her that and then add sidestep to it as well. She's great. Pieces like this, I'm always going to play at full. I was so happy to pull her. I thought she was going to be something else. And lo and behold, it's Hadariao. And Storm is one of my favorite. Storm is my favorite female fictional character. And this version of Storm is the best Storm that we've ever gotten in Heroclix. There's some that's very good, but this version is just top notch. And I love everything about it. Her numbers are exactly what I want Storm to be. She can hurt. She can, one of her abilities is the ability to shoot 3 characters, and whoever didn't get dealt 3 damage ends up getting dealt 3 damage. So you can pour all of your, when you multi-target, you can pour all your damage into one character and then still give the other 2 characters that got hit 3 damage apiece. So you're automatically, when you shoot 3 people with Storm, you're automatically doing 6+ damage in one attack. And again, with her buddy, Everett K. Ross, he can perplex up her damage to make it 5 damage. So she can deal 6 damage if she carries him, as a matter of fact. He can use Shield Team ability to not only bump up her range to a 7, but also bump up her damage to a 5. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And then, you know, that's 7 range, 5 damage. She sees through dang near everything except for blocking. So you almost can't hide from her on certain maps. Oh my goodness, this is such a great piece, and I'm very blessed to be able to have pulled her, and I cannot wait to use her. I have so many teams with her, X-Men teams, Spidey family teams, all these different teams. She has so many great keywords, 2 great team abilities, and if you add stuff onto her, you know, if you add entities, if you add, you can add, she's mystical, so you can add Chthon on her. Adding Chthon, I mean, just adding Chthon and Everett K. Ross and Queen Ramonda means that now she can have 7 range, 6 damage. And then when she takes Chthon damage, you can just have Queen Ramonda heal her up. Come on, that's nice. That's nice. And then and I doubled, and then you can have Shuri. I mean, it's again, it's so good. It's so good. Shuri can't equip her, but Shuri also can TK her and give her a perplex, so she could essentially have 8 range. I absolutely love that piece. But with that being the case, what say you? What are your top 3 from each rarity? What is just even some of your top pieces from the Black Panther set? We've had it out for a little while now. I know many people have played with it and started to implement the figures into their builds and into their just normal play stuff. So let me know, what do you like? I want to know what's succeeded for you. You know, what did you think was going to be different, you know, and once you saw it on paper, it ended up blowing your mind or changing your mind about a piece. I would love to know. I love talking clicks with everybody. Thank you for everyone that leaves comments in the comment section. Of course, like, share, subscribe, all those beautiful things. I'm going to keep making stuff. This is going to be a running segment that I'm going to do when sets come out. If you want to see me do a top 3 of any other set, maybe Masters of Time or any of these other sets that also Masters of Time came out this year too. If you love to see that, let me know in the comments and I can easily do one. So with that being the case, it's your super sketch artist, Antonio. Thank you for watching. Even if it was for 30 seconds, I appreciate you coming here. As always, be good to yourself, be good to others. Go be super.